I've always been sort of a tinkerer, and from when I was a kid, I always enjoyed just playing with boats and changing them, trying different ideas, and really all the top sailors that I know are like that. They're people that get in the weeds and the details are important, and they just keep chipping away until they get it right. The essential project is creating a new jib lead system for the boat that allows both transverse control, which is side to side, and up and down control. So it's a three-dimensional matrix that will allow us to put the clew of the jib exactly where we want it in each condition.
So for this project, Jonathan approached us at Bieker Boats wanting to implement transverse jib tracks on the Dark Star. The whole thing kind of started with like, where do we want the clew of the jib? And what's the range of places we want the clew of the jib to exist in?
Essentially, we're gonna take a piece of this track like what we used to use in a fore-aft dimension, and we're gonna do it sideways. And that's gonna allow us to position the clew of the jib about 6 degrees in light air, 8 degrees in medium air, and 10 degrees in heavy air. Originally, when we designed the boat, the sheeting angle for the jib, I think, was about 11 or 12 degrees. You know, for most of the last 10 years, we've been sheeting at probably around 9 degrees. So we're gonna have the ability to go in further than we ever have, but still be able to go out in those times when you want the lead out, like when it's heavier wind or if you're reaching. We're basically gonna cut a piece out of the cabin that's the size of the part that we're making, that we're gonna glue in place, that's gonna encapsulate the track.
For the whole preliminary stages of this design, we were able to work from the CAD files and the drawings that were originally done when the boat was constructed. From that point, we made the decision to do a 3D scan of the deck. We then took that and integrated it with our design geometry, so we could then have a CAD model of the as-built boat with the track assembly we wanted on it. And on this particular boat, the way that was implemented was a couple of carbon fiber, we call them buckets, but basically molded parts that we'll cut into the deck.
So Jonathan, is this the largest hole you've ever cut in one of your boats?
Well, first of all, I didn't do this. I probably would be too scared to go at it like this. But the people here at this yard, and in particular Evan Walker, I trust more than almost anyone in the world. So it was probably better that I wasn't here on the day when these holes were cut. Let's put it that way. This is the new piece that has been built. This isn't the final paint. This is just high build primer that's on here. But as you can see, it's a pretty amazing and beautiful piece of carbonology, if you will. So really proud of how this came out. We're back on board the Dark Star today. It's our first sail on Puget Sound after installing our new jib lead system. So there's two things that we're trying to achieve with any jib control system. One is to allow the clew of the jib to go either up or down, and that's what this rope right here does. It goes through these blocks, and it allows the clew to float up, which twists the leech of the sail, and it makes the foot of the sail flatter. Okay, the second aspect of this is the in-out control, which allows you to sheet the jib at different angles depending on the wind speed, the sail, the tactical situation, etc. So like in light air, smooth water, we probably want the jib pretty far inboard like today. You can see Joe's pulling on this rope here, which is pulling the clew of the sail inboard. So we're probably sheeted right now at 5 degrees, which is pretty darn tight.
In sailboat racing and sail trim, you could make a pretty strong argument that jib trim is one of the most important things to get right on a boat. And there's a lot of different things that control the shape of trim. So having the clew of the jib in exactly the right spot is super important. And having that be repeatable and somewhat easy to accomplish makes getting there much easier.
You can always trim the sails better, and that's where a lot of your boat speed is going to come from. So if you're trying to go faster, you've got to have efficient sail handling systems, even on a cruising boat. It's the same thing. I'm super stoked. I've been dreaming about this all winter long and hoping that it's going to work, and it appears that it does. So this boat's 24 years old, And I have a lot of fun just finding ways to keep upgrading it and keeping it current and making it faster, but also easier to sail, more fun to sail. And this project is in that category. You know, for any boat, there's always things that you can do that will make it sail better, go faster, be more fun. So, you know, don't just accept that your boat is what it is, because you can always make it better.